In this anime story, we see a heavy-set boy named Park at a school. He's being bullied by some of his mean classmates who hurl insults at him and beat him up. However, Park doesn't say anything to them and silently goes home. There, he takes out his anger on his mom, asking her to change his school. His mother, however, refuses because their family is very poor. His mom works multiple jobs just to make ends meet. Hearing this, Park gets very angry at his fate, but he can't do anything about it, so he goes to his room and starts crying. The next morning, he goes to school as usual, where some girls start to bother him. Then, the same bullies from the previous day show up and start beating him again. Just then, his mother appears and gets angry at the bullies. But Park yells at his mom to be quiet, as the other kids are making fun of him for needing his mother's help. Park then goes back home and apologizes to his mom. His mom tells him that she has arranged for his transfer and that he will be moving to a distant city for school tomorrow. Park is very happy to hear this, and the next day he rents a house in the new city. He feels that his life is about to change for the better and that he'll be able to live happily in this new city. Park starts exploring the new city, where he accidentally bumps into a girl. The girl's friend then comes and beats Park up. People nearby just stand there and record a video of Park getting beaten, which they post on social media. Park returns to his room and cries a lot after seeing his photo on social media. He says that the whole world is the same and that it would be better for him to die. He falls asleep while crying, and when he wakes up, he sees that his entire body has changed. He's shocked by his new appearance. Then he sees his real body sleeping next to him and is completely confused. But he is happy to have this new body and thinks that with its help, his life will definitely change. The next morning, he arrives at his classroom, where all the girls are attracted to him because of how handsome he is. The school's most handsome boy is also shocked to see Park. Park goes and sits at his desk, where he sees that the boy who beat him up the previous day is also in his class. His name is Tae-young. Park gets a little nervous, but Tae-young talks to him nicely. A girl named Hanel also tries to talk to Park. All of this makes Park feel a little awkward, as no one had ever talked to him so nicely before. Later, when Park goes to the canteen, all the students are surprised to see him because he's so handsome. Seeing this, Tae-young becomes a bit jealous, as the girl he likes is also staring at Park. Later, as Park is on his way home, he realizes that he is much faster than before. He starts running and quickly reaches his room, happily. He puts his new body to sleep and returns to his original body. He then goes to look for a part-time job at night and finds work at a store. While he's working, Tae-young comes with some of his friends. When they see Park's original body there, they get angry and start taking a lot of things from the store for free. They also beat Park up for no reason and take a picture of him. The next morning, when Park comes to school in his other body, he sees that all the boys are laughing at the picture of his original body. They say, "What kind of parents would have a fat pig like that?" Hearing this, Park gets angry and tells Tae-young that he shouldn't involve his mother in this. Tae-young's ego is hurt by this, and he gets up to fight Park. His friend tells him to stay calm, but he doesn't listen and attacks Park with a punch. All the students are stunned because Tae-young is a boxer and no one has ever survived his punch. Just then, Park punches him back and Tae-young falls to the ground. Seeing this, everyone becomes a fan of Park and starts taking his pictures and posting them on social media. Some of these photos are seen by a gang of bullies from the school. At night, when Park is working at a shop, a boy comes and tries to steal something and run away. When Park chases him, he sees that Tae-young's friends had forced the boy to steal. When they see Park, they start bothering him too. Just then, a guy named Vasco comes and chases away all the bullies. Everyone runs away in fear of Vasco because he is the strongest boy in their school and also has a powerful gang. But Vasco is not a bully like the others. The boy and Park thank him for saving them. The next morning, when Park comes to school, Vasco arrives with his friends a little while later. He had seen the video of Park punching Tae-young, and he thought that Park was a bully like everyone else and was bullying Tae-young. So Vasco holds Park's shoulder and tells him not to mess with anyone. Everyone present says that no one has ever been able to escape from his grip. But Park removes Vasco's hand from his shoulder and says, "Maybe you have some misunderstanding. I haven't done anything wrong." Vasco's hand starts hurting from Park's grip. Seeing this, everyone is shocked, and all of Taeyoung's lackeys ask Park to be their friend. Park agrees since he had no friends before. After this, they invite Park to a party, where Taeyoung also shows up, but he doesn't talk to Park. Park tries to calm things down between them and says that Taeyoung looks good with his friend. Taeyoung offers Park a drink, and Park accidentally drinks too much alcohol and passes out. Because of this, his original body wakes up, as one body would wake up when the other was sleeping. The original Park quickly goes to the party. When Taeyoung sees him, he asks, "Hey fatty, what are you doing here?" Park tells them that this is his friend and that he has come to pick him up. All the boys present are shocked to hear this. After this, Park starts to take his new body away. Just then, he punches a strength testing machine to show the other boys how strong his original body is. Taeyoung and the others leave. Park also tests his strength, and his punch rips the punching bag. But Park doesn't pay attention to this and goes home. However, Vasco, who was on his way out, notices this. The next day, when Park comes back from school, he sees his mom sitting in his room with his real body sleeping there. Park's mom tells him that his friend is Daniel and that they live together. After this, Daniel, Park, takes his mom to a restaurant because she wants to talk to him about something. In the restaurant, his mom starts telling Daniel everything about Park's past, including how all the students in his previous school used to bully him. Daniel, Park, tells his mom that it's not like that here, and everyone is nice to Park. Daniel says this because he doesn't want to worry his mom. His mom then leaves, telling Daniel to take care of Park and giving him some money to give to her son. All of this is being watched by Vasco, who is also sitting in the restaurant. Seeing this, Vasco thinks that since Taeyoung bothers kids like him, he must be bothering the chubby kid too and won't give him the money. So he calls Park alone and asks for the money. Hearing this, Park thinks that Vasco is a bad guy who wants to steal his money, so he doesn't give it to him. After this, they both start fighting. But after fighting for a long time, Park finally defeats Vasco and returns to his original body to go to work. At work, Vasco comes to the chubby Park and tells him, "You're strong too, but you need to work a little harder, and then no one will bully you." Hearing this, Park decides to make his original body strong too, and he starts doing push-ups there. Just then, the same girl who used to come to the shop earlier comes there and compliments Park after seeing him exercise. This makes Park feel very good, as someone has talked to him nicely for the first time in his original body. The next morning at school, we see the most handsome boy, whose name is Jael, being stared at by all the students because he is wearing expensive rings and clothes. Hanel asks him where he bought all the rings, but he doesn't answer. At the same time, Taeyoung from behind says, "Have you ever seen him talking? Why are you asking him questions?" Jael is always quiet in class and is not interested in making friends. At that moment, Park arrives in the class and all the girls leave Jael and go to him. Some boys say that Park is very poor and wears the same shoes every day, and his clothes and bag are also very old. Jael overhears all this and doesn't like it that they are talking about Park because of his clothes. Later, during a break, Park starts hanging out with Jael and another boy who was being bullied by Taeyoung's friends because Park has become friends with him now. While they are hanging out, they see some boys bothering another student. Seeing this, Park remembers his own past, so he stops the bullies. The leader of the bullies comes to fight Park, but their teacher arrives at the same time and all the bullies run away. Jael also sees all this and likes Park's behavior a lot. Later, when Park is leaving the classroom after school, he gets a call from his mom, who asks how he is doing and tells him that his birthday is tomorrow. Jael, who is sitting there, also hears this. At night, when Park is working at his shop in his original body, the same girl comes again. She takes some things and compliments Park again before leaving. This makes Park feel very good. The next day, during lunch break, Park starts eating with Jael and another bullied boy named Zach because seeing them reminds him of his past. He wants to be their friend and make them feel good. But the other kids don't understand why Park is sitting with such students. Zach also doesn't understand and asks Park about it. Park tells him that he is also like them, and that's why he feels good being with them. But hearing this, Zach thinks that Park is making fun of him because Park is so handsome. So Zach gets angry at Park, and Park leaves. Meanwhile, we see some of Vasco's men who are hiding on the road and planning to get revenge on their leader. They decide that they will beat up Park. As Park is going home, Jayal comes in front of him and gives him many bags as a birthday gift before leaving. We also see Vasco's men who have been beaten up by Jayal because he also considers Park his friend. At night, Park starts checking the gifts and he sees that Jayal has given him a lot of expensive clothes, bags, and rings. He becomes very happy. The next morning, when Park goes to school wearing these clothes, everyone is shocked to see him wearing such expensive clothes. We also learned that Zach had stayed up all night to make all those birthday gifts for Park with great effort. On the other hand, we see a guy named Jay who is very fond of becoming a rapper. He comes to an audition to perform, but the boss of the company rejects him without even listening to his song because of his face. He selects another person named Hoban, who also came to audition and whose voice was a little good. Jay feels very bad about this, and we see that his family is also very poor and he lives in a small house with his grandmother. But he has big dreams because he wants to become a singer and give his grandmother a good life. The next morning, when Jay goes to school, he sees a notice on the school notice board that there is a singing competition. At the same time, Park comes to Jay because he wants to talk to him. But Jay doesn't talk to him because he thinks that Park wants to be friends with him to take advantage of him. At night, Jay comes to help his grandmother at her stall. Just then, Hoban and his lackeys also come there. Jay's grandmother thinks they are Jay's friends and offers them food. Hoban and the others eat all of Jay's grandmother's food, which makes Jay feel very angry because his grandmother earns money by selling that food. But Jay can't do anything about it. The next day, Jay takes an application form to participate in the singing competition, but Hoban finds out about it. So Hoban starts beating Jay up in the school canteen because he is also participating in that competition and doesn't want Jay to take part in it. Park gets angry seeing Jay being bullied and goes to stop Hoban. Jayal and Taeyang also come to help Park because Taeyang has now stopped bullying people. Seeing the three of them, Hoban's team gets ready to fight, but at the same time, Vasco arrives with his men. Seeing him, Hoban and his friends run away from there. But they come back to Jay alone and tear up his application form. They also tear up the book where Jay used to write his songs. Seeing this, Jay starts crying right there. On the other hand, Park feels very bad for Jay, and he becomes sad and starts singing. Hearing his voice, Jay also comes there quickly, because Park is singing very well. Now, Jay asks Park if he will take part in the singing competition with him. Park is happy to hear this, and agrees. After this, Park comes to Jay's house. Jay thinks that Park comes from a rich family, so he quickly starts cleaning his house. Park also helps him. After this, Jay starts playing the melody he has created for Park, and Park is amazed by it. He thinks to himself that when he didn't have this handsome body, he used to get angry at his mom all the time and blame her for his life's problems. But Jay is not like him. He is very talented and wants to make his future better. So Park decides that he will sing as well as he can in the music competition to make sure Jay wins. Park practices for 5 days and nights for the song he is going to sing in the music competition, but because of this, his throat starts to hurt. So Park goes into his original body and starts practicing. When he is practicing in his shop, the same girl from before comes there and compliments his voice. After practicing, Park sings his song to Jay and Jaiyol, and both of them like it a lot. But one day, Hoban finds out that even after he told him not to, Jay is participating in the music competition with Park. Hearing this, Hoban beats Jay up a lot because the owner of the company where he auditioned had told him that if he wins the competition, he will release a new song for him. Even after getting beaten up, Jay does not back down. Park's original body and Jay also become friends because of Jayol. At the same time, one night, when these three are sitting and praising Park's handsome body, saying how different he is from others and how he doesn't bully anyone, Vasco overhears this and understands that Park's handsome body is a good person. A few days pass like this, and finally the day after competition arrives. Many people from different schools are there showing their skills. At one place, Jayol wins a boxing match, and at another, no one is able to defeat Vasco in a wrestling match. Just then, Park's eyes fall on the same girl who used to come to his shop every day to buy things. She always used to talk nicely to the chubby Park. So Park starts following her to talk to her. But the person with her does not like this and gives Park a strong kick. Just then, Vasco comes and tells that person that Park is his friend and that he will have to fight him before he can hurt Park. Hearing this, the guy also punches Vasco, which makes his nose bleed. But Vasco doesn't even move from his place. The girl then calms her friend and leaves after saying sorry to Park. After this, Park and Vasco sit and talk and they become very good friends. Then the time for the music competition arrives. Many people have come there and Jae-yul gifts good singer clothes to Jae and Park, which makes them very happy. After that, Hobin comes to the stage with his friends and sings his song, which everyone likes a lot. Park and Jae are watching all this from behind the stage. Park says that he is scared and doesn't think he can sing in front of so many people. To this, Jae says that he can definitely do it because they have worked so hard for it. So he just needs to remember to sing to the person he loves the most. Then Hobin's song ends and he comes back behind the stage. He sees Jae and makes fun of him and punches him. Seeing this, Park gets very angry and goes to fight Hobin, but Jae stops him and says that they will answer him with their song. After this, it is their turn, so both of them go to the stage. Park gets nervous seeing himself standing in front of so many people and can't sing anything. Seeing this, everyone starts laughing at them. But then Jae starts singing. Seeing this, Park also gets some confidence and starts singing with all his heart, remembering his mother. After this, both of them start singing together and everyone listens to their song in complete silence. As soon as their song ends, everyone starts clapping for them and they are also praising Jae. Jae is very happy about this. Just then, the same boss who had thrown Jae out of the music audition because of his face comes there. Now he offers Park to join his team and is also ready to give him a very big amount of money. But he still doesn't want to add Jae into his team because of his looks. So Park rejects the boss's offer. After this, we see that Jae is sitting with the chubby Park and watching their video on social media, which has gone viral. Just then, we see a very big and rich singer who has himself commented on Park and Jae's video. Because of this, their video becomes even more viral. On the other hand, the girl also sees that music video, which reminds her of the chubby Park because she had also heard that same song from him. Then the girl sees another girl who is sleeping on her bed and is not so beautiful, and we understand that this girl can also exchange bodies like Park. The next day, Park gets ready to go to school again. In his room, we see many photos that Park has clicked with all his friends. And with this, the first season of this series ends.